What is going on, guys? Babs is back, and we're going to do another breakdown video of this pretty exciting round that I had. It's on Pebble Beach. It's the Unlimited. I think this was the second time that I gave it a go. So we're going to break down what happened and get to check out all the exciting things that went down in this round. What I was thinking about, what kind of decisions I was making, so forth and so on. And that way you can see how I happened to get the shot that I got. Oh, Pebble Beach front 9. I'm going to start off with a tailwind, I believe. Yep, so got a good tailwind. Here you see we kicked off the fairway. So now we're 69 up 3. And we basically got a straight tailwind. So 13, you know, we're looking at all this. And roughly my number is, we got a punch number. And we also have a full 75 wedge. So you can kind of see what I'm looking at with the two. And it kind of depends on what your preference is as far as the green wise. The green is on 13 green. So if you don't prepare yourself, you may roll back quite a bit. And that's something to keep in mind when you're doing a shot like this. So you see I decide we're going to go with a wedge shot. No reason to aim, just take the flag out. I'm going to go with the 75 wedge. And what I want to do is throw it a little long. And so you'll see when I send this information here to myself, you'll see that, I calculated all my stuff. Got 69, up 3, negative 13. And we have a roughly 86% on the 75 wedge at 66 yards. But the trick behind that and what I'm trying to get at with this shot is that that's not the game plan for what I'm looking at. And you'll kind of see what I ended up doing here is I don't want to just land at the flag. I want to land beyond the flag and let the ball roll back towards me. And so that's why you'll see that I landed at 71 yards past the hole so that I could use that to my advantage. So I added basically 5%. Landed past the hole. And got the hole out. And so that's what we're looking for. We don't want to just land on the hole and let the ball roll back down away from the flag. We want to land above the hole, allow the 13 greens to take effect, and then come in and go from there. So here we got 197 yards. Just going to type all this in real quick, kind of break it down for you guys. 11, about 70. So I'm looking at roughly 197 yards, being that the wind and the elevation are more or less kind of working in unison. And solely for the purpose of, I'm trying to land the ball before the flag. That's my game plan here. So I want to land below the flag because it's a much easier putt than it is beyond the flag. And it's 13 green, so I need to take that into account that I want to hit it off the hill. And we got ourselves a good shot. So that was me using my aim, using my misting to my advantage. Getting a good aim, actually a really good win. And now you're off to a good start, back-to-back eagles. And that's what we want. We want these good shots, we want good opportunities, and capitalize on them. And here we get another good win. So again, just looking at this, this is going to be probably a choke down type of wedge shot, roughly 47 yards, which is about 81, 82% power on a 60 wedge. And the idea behind this shot is I want to throw it there and then maybe spin it back. And kind of release a little forward. And that's probably because I misstinged on the late side. But all in all, not a crazy shot, not a difficult putt. So 3 holes, 5 under. We got headwind, got to deal with it. No problem with that. We may get a punch shot, we may get a full shot. Right here, we're looking at a full shot. We got 8. So I'm looking at, again, roughly 47 yards, which is what I did recently, which is that 81, 82% choke down. But I want to put a little top spin on it to try and reduce how much spin back is going to happen. Again, got that slight little misting, which, you know, is punishing. You see how I'm over here now, rather than, you know, possibly being over here to the left or straight in line with the flag. So my timing was a little shaky, but it didn't hurt us. We're not in trouble. It's not a difficult putt. Just gotta, you know, bear in mind that sometimes that misting on the wrong side could put you in trouble. So here we have, you know, relatively right to left wind, not great, being that the green slopes left to right. And so what I'm looking at here is roughly, could be a full backspin 3-iron or could be a half spin 4-iron. And initially I have 3.6 grids of aim, but that's not what you're going to see me do. And the reason being is because of the green and the way it's sloped. So I'm going to do half spin 4-iron. Make sure that I get enough power to get it there. But this green here, if you're familiar with this green, is sloped in a manner where this is all high side. All this is high. And then this green slopes this way, down, all the way down in here. So even though with this wind right here, you know, I have to aim somewhere in this area, but what I want the ball to do is I want the ball to come in here and land and basically hit that slope and kill the ball. I don't want to aim too much over here and then the ball comes over here and next thing you know, I have a 15, 16 foot putt because I aim too much. Vice versa, you don't want to aim the ball too little and then what happens is you have the ball come too, if that would stop doing that, too much over here. Next thing you know, the ball stays on top the hill and you have a vicious downhill putt. So you have to find an even balance between how much you aim and how much you missting. So again, what I said was my initial aim was 3.5, 3.6 grids. And you can see right quick, like I aimed it roughly, and I did it really quick. I can't even pause it in time to see where I aimed. So right there, almost 2.5 grids. And now you see the misting that I get with this aim. Now we're right dead below the hole. Because of that slight misting, because of that half spin shot, you only get 126 feet of apex. So it's not going to be as high as a full spin shot. That's why I had to under aim that. So little things like that. Don't let, a relatively, what could be difficult wind get you out by aiming too much. Sure, this is the right to left wind, and if you were going to hit a full back spin shot, you would aim much farther out here because of the spin effect. But I'm using a half spin shot. In that case, that allows me to reduce hang time, reduce air time, lower apex, and thus cut through the wind a little better. And that way we can get a better shot without having to worry too much about how much time the ball is in the air. So play with those half spin shots if you can. They're very useful, they're very effective, and it'll definitely put you in a position to make more birdies once you get comfortable using them. All right, here we got 195, usually up like 36 or something. Yep. And here we're looking at, you know, a 3-iron, 95, 96%. Want to be able to use this slope by getting the ball up where I need it to go. Now, if you land it too short, it won't roll forward. And as you can see, I'm choosing to go with a half spin shot, and I missed dang by accident. And so that's what happens. I landed at 181, but because I chose to go with an off spin shot to try and roll the ball up, my misting on the late side actually caused more power and more wind effect than I wanted it to. So what would have been a nice shot if I'd misdinged on the correct side ended up being a tough shot. Landed it below the green, got that strong kick, and then we're out here in no man's land, which is, you know, unfortunate. But, you know, we got 20 down 4. Dots are moving right here pretty consistently. They die off at the end. And then we want to look in this view. And again, check the vertical dots. Dots are moving pretty consistently right here in this view. And then it dies off here. And so you want to visualize, you know, if you're a dot counter, you know, which ones am I counting? Well, sure, I'm counting all of these dots right here. But the idea is that when this ball comes in this area, it's going to die. So essentially the ball is going to come up here, hit this area, and straighten out. It's not going to keep moving towards the hole like this. That's what it's not going to do. It's going to hit this area and straighten out. So you have to find where in your aim you're going to intersect in this area right in here. Where do these dots stop moving and come to this flat section so that it goes straight in the hole? So that's what we're doing here. And we got a decent, you know, dot count. Got my aim. Check the vertical dots again just to see what I'm working with. And then I want to compare, you know, what my numbers look like. And I want to assess the line in my mind. And I'm going to choose this aim because that's where I see the line intersecting. And we got eagle number 3. And so basically what I had drawn out earlier is basically what had happened. The ball came up off the hill here, broke right, and flattened out. And we got a good shot. So now we have, you know, one of our favorite par 3s. Roughly, I'm looking at 95 yards. So that puts me at 91, 92% sand wedge. Slight aim, ever so slight aim. Want to throw it a little long. Got the ding. And we got eagle number 4. So great hole-in-one on a great round happening here. But let's go back to that. So I calculated at 95 yards, which would have put me at a 91% power. But as you can see, I hit 93% power. And as you can see, when I hit this ball, where I actually land. So 93%. I landed at 111 because that's what the ball is going to do when it hits the green. It's going to spin back. So I want to use that to my advantage when I'm doing this shot right here. And that's something to keep in mind, is that, you know, your ball, wherever it's going to land, like so, it's going to move backwards where it came from, because that's what wedges do off the tee. So of course I don't want to aim 109 and then roll back 107, 106. I want to hit it 111, 112 and let it roll back towards the hole. That's why I chose to add 2% power when it came to this shot, because I want the ball to go beyond the hole. And so that allowed us to get eagle number 4. So great round going. Coming into number 8, you know, pretty tough hole, but we can't let the great round going get to us by choking. So what we do here is we're going to calculate this. We need to check our wind angles just to make sure we're not working with too much. And then the idea is that we want to land just at the hole, but we don't want to land below the hole, because you could spin back. So we got the right wind, we got the right distance, and we got a beautiful shot. And that was roughly, I calculated 180 yards for that hole. So if you were comparing calculations, I got 180 yards for that shot right there, which is basically a full 5-iron. And then 9 and final hole, we got again another headwind, but you know, we take it into account. We're not going to overthink things, just keep it smart. Make a safe play, looking at roughly 210 yards to the hole, which is a decent 3-iron. Slight misting is what we're looking for. Got the misting, got the heartbeat. We're down and to the right and below the hole, which is what we wanted. And when you know your greens and you know where you want to be, you leave yourself with a relatively easy knock them in straight kind of putt. Off aim slightly, misting. 13 under. And so I think that is my lowest 9-hole score on this course. Only got 2 dings. So again, you know, you don't need to ding, you know, to shoot a score like this. You just need to be aware of what your course is asking you to do, what your shots are going to do, and then react to how they're supposed to respond and dial in your numbers. Make sure your aim is good. Make sure that you have what you need based on the wind and the green direction, and you can put together a pretty decent round. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, this breakdown Pebble round. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.